All right. I got my list. You got yours?
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Because how can you get through a podcast?
Without beer, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I guess die. Just lie down and die.
So what are we doing?
I have no
Movies?
fucking ideas. Best
Movies.
movies of 2018 and the worst one. Honorable mention.
Which really are the same thing.
It depends. There could be some awesome
I
bad
value.
movies,
I value them equally.
like equally important.
Equally important in my life, for sure.
Of course. I never thought that bad movies would be important part of my life.
But
At
if,
a point.
if I learned anything in uni, that would be it.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most important parts of uni.
Is it gonna sound bad when I'm sipping beer?
No, it's gonna be fine.
All right.
So let's
who's
start.
first?
Let's start with the. Let's start with the least, which
worst.
means which starts with the best movies of the year,
Mm.
and then we do the worst ones. Or you want to go
Fair
from the
enough.
or you want to go from the lighter.
I wanted to finish the video with the best movies.
Okay, that's probably logical. Going from the ladder, from the worst to
Yeah.
the good one. I have 9 movies. I couldn't get the 10th.
Let's
So you start with your 10th, or maybe Arnold mention, and then
you do have 10, right?
I only have 9.
Sure.
So
I guess
I
I'll say,
will join you in the 9th one.
sure. I say 10, then you go 9 and okay. Oh my god.
It's whatever. Just go with it.
My list says Bird Box.
What is a fucking Bird Box?
You
Wait. Oh shit. The fucking with Sandra
Happening-
Bullock.
The Happening too.
Oh fuck's sake!
Oh my
How was
God.
that? Well, how much? What is the rating of that movie for you?
Jesus, I don't know, man, but it's pretty damn low.
Why didn't it make you? Why it was not good? What happened? What's wrong with the movie?
I think a better question is why did I watch it?
What was it made? For what purpose?
You know what? It could have. It started out well.
Mhm.
I think it starts out pretty damn interesting. By interesting, I mean it felt like The Happening too.
Mhm.
It was fucking Sarah Paulson getting smashed with a fucking
With a truck?
with a truck. Jesus.
Why would you start watching the movie? What was the idea?
I think
This is just like a Netflix show, just going through, and there's like, boop,
yeah.
there's a movie.
I don't have that much to say about it.
You don't have to say anything. What about the acting?
You'll just cut it out, whatever. Cause fucking Bird Box. I'll just power through the top, bottom 5.
Okay.
Oh no, you go now. You
I
go
go
now with
now.
your number 9.
My number 9. It's just an average movie. It's not necessarily bad, but it was Solo. Solo story.
I got that. Not in the top 10, but I got that.
It's not
I
that.
watched that.
If I have something to say about the movie, it's just it was incredibly boring and incredibly forgettable. And the question was like, why did you have to make the movie? That's all.
Well, the people gotta know how he got the name.
Yeah, that's the whole. You could make it like a short
You
movie.
see, you watch Star Wars. What's on your mind?
What's on
How
my
did you
mind?
get the name? I wonder how you got that name.
It's not one of the questions when I was watching the original Star Wars. Like, where did he get his name? If I ever was interested in watching a backstory or a prequel from any of the characters, I would want to watch Obi-Wan. But for some reason,
No. Who
I'm talking about myself. I don't know about you. But that's who I...
That? Who'd watch that?
I would watch it. Well, did you never ask yourself what did...
Han Solo.
Okay, fine.
We need to make money here.
Yeah, but they incredibly failed to do that. They lost money. Anyway, that's my number 9. What's yours?
Jesus, Jurassic World.
Oh, fuck. I'm actually supposed to watch that movie.
The fact that this is even on my list.
Why is it so high? Why is it not so low?
I'm more shocked that I watched it. I made fucking my friend Kevin, you remember?
Yeah,
I made him watch it. we went just because I guess man has choices in life. Man makes choices. Man regrets
Do you have
choices.
anything to say about the movie?
Is this an interrogation? Do you have
I'm just
anything to say for
interested.
yourself?
Like, what's wrong with
I
the
mean,
movie?
it's Jurassic World. What do you need? What do you want me to say?
I heard there was like this feminist woman in this movie. Showed some
wouldn't-
girls' power.
I wouldn't say it's a feminist movie, but I mean, just because it has a female character. I mean, do you remember the backlash that Mad Max got when it came out because it had a female protagonist?
What was the backlash? God.
Yeah, well, because had a female protagonist, so it must be a feminist movie.
Well, I wouldn't take that in that consideration. There was just
But it did happen. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
we
but
forgot-
that
we for-
didn't
we for-
affect
we
the.
forget it.
It's not
sometimes.
affecting the viewing of the movie.
Yeah, well, that's your 2019 perspective speaking, but
Okay, fine. All right. Number 8 is Avengers: Infinity War.
Jesus,
I didn't like the movie at all.
what are you saying? What are you talking about?
It was boring.
I have it in my best list.
Really.
Honorable mentions, but
Honorable mention, but I don't care. I didn't like it.
what in the
I
fuck did you watch?
I thought it
Thanos?
was Thanos was boring. Well, he
Thanos
was kind of
coming
interesting,
on
but
Iron Man's face.
okay. Tell me one logic of this movie. When did Peter Quill had the chance to kill him? Why didn't he do it?
Because fucking movie.
Exactly.
Because movie.
This movie was made for 5-year-olds. It's not for me.
Oh, you're an intellectual. You clearly you watch movies like Humanoids from the Deep. You're above it.
Yeah.
All right, well-
Clearly. Okay.
Well, it is a sin in my book, but we are at your place.
Okay, motherfucker. What's your for number 8?
The first Purge.
Oh, you have to tell me more about it. How was it? I watched the
I
Purge
had-
elections.
I had a brief romance with the Purge movies. It was a quick hookup, but then I got over
It was a short relationship.
It was a short but exciting romance, and I don't
What was this
understand
movie
myself.
about?
I don't understand myself. It's I can't.
Was it
This
about
movie
the
was
first?
supposed to be interesting, but
Was it about the first Purge?
yeah, it was about the first Purge. I will give it that, but honestly, it focuses on the actual Purge way more than I think what we wanted as audience people.
Is there like a sense of main character?
I don't know.
You
I mean, it's one of those in one ear out the other kind of movies, but
if you have to
yeah.
rank the Purge movies, where would that be? It would be low, high.
probably second best actually,
Okay. And the,
but still not that good. And the best one would be, I think, Election Year. But it might just be because I watched that one first and I had no idea what was coming towards me, and it came like a thunderbolt, and it was glorious. That girl, they did satisfy the people who liked the crazy girl from the third one, because in the first Purge, aka the fourth movie, they also had a similar character.
wait, the black girl? You mean the
Yeah,
crazy...
the black girl.
Oh,
Insane. My favorite character.
she was short-lived
Insane
there,
one.
sadly.
But yes, memorable.
Memorable.
All right, go ahead.
Number 7 is Ant-Man and Wasp. Third Disney movie here.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. There's nothing to say here. Yours?
Number 7, Pacific Rim Uprising.
Oh, I heard this movie had a lot of advertisements. So not only did you pay to watch a movie, you also paid to watch an ad.
What's your number 6?
My number 6 is, you gotta love this, Truth and Fucking Dare.
Oh,
That's my
God.
6th movie.
That's my number 4. Let's
That
talk about
movie,
it.
well, we can continue talking about it later, but I can personally tell you that this movie is what the Blumhouse should release every year 3 times.
I loved it.
Me too.
Watching it on a shitty cam rip of 144p quality.
Yeah, but it didn't matter. You know why? Because the quality of the movie itself
Trashed
was
out of my mind.
so entertaining. You didn't care about the
Yeah.
quality of the movie.
Who gives a shit?
Okay.
Number 5 for me,
Or number 6.
Number 6 for me. Oh my god, Insidious, The Last Key. Finally, the first movie that I saw in 2018. So at some point, it was number 1.
And it was in number. Yeah, exactly. It was the best movie.
It was
so
the
far.
best movie of all the movies.
I already remember what you told me. It's something about. This is about an old woman trying to.
Well, glad because you remember more than me.
You don't even remember who is the protagonist, right?
No. Oh yeah, the psychic woman from the first movie who kind of takes over the franchise. Yeah, I mean, it's a shitty horror movie. I mean, it's a part 4. At least
Usually horror movies, like after the first one, usually
they don't even get to part 4.
not even getting. But even though if they continue with the second movie, what was this movie about the girl waking up every single time when she get killed?
That's Happy Death Day.
Well, it got a sequel, which I never thought it would ever. So, you never know.
You gotta see that.
Of course. And number 5 for me is Venom with Tom Hardy.
Christ, man. What's wrong with you?
I don't know, I'm a monster. And I had to say something about this movie, by the way. This is very important.
Go at it. Rip into it.
Tom Hardy can never play a journalist, no matter how hard he is doing it.
That's what bothered you in the movie?
He acts like he's taken from somewhere from, I don't know, Brooklyn, like a tough guy, and they sort of made him a journalist, which doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, he's a vlogger, ain't he?
He's a journalist. He works in a corporation, and he got fired because he asked too many questions to the what was this from the
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
ain't that basically who he plays?
I don't know. There's the guy from
yes, Riz Ahmed.
Riz Ahmed. He had a corporation. And
great actor, bad movie.
In a bad movie, he basically asked him too many questions and he get fired. Basically, the way he acts, he's like so fucking tough. Tom Hardy in the movie, it doesn't fit to the character at all that he is a journalist.
Well,
but what bothers me even more is that when he got infected with that alien, is that he started to do strange, crazy shit that doesn't fit the movie at all. It was kind of hilarious. He started to eat raw meat out of nowhere. For some reason.
He complained that it was dead. He complained about the... Oh, wait, no. Sorry. He complained about the cooked meat. Oh, yeah, you're right.
So, whatever. Yeah, Tom Hardy, terrible performance. Didn't like it.
Yeah, I kind of liked it, actually. I thought it was trashy enough to enjoy. I mean, if the whole movie was like the kissing scene between Tom Hardy and Venom,
wait, so did you watch it?
We'd be talking about a masterpiece. But unfortunately,
if it was not PG-13, we would have a whole different movie now.
Oh, sure, but I mean, the stuff that is in between the fight scenes ain't that great either.
You could have a whole movie, a sex scene between Venom, that alien with Tom Hardy.
And the movie would be all the better for it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, what do you think about the humanoids and the sex scene with the ladies? I mean, that was the best part of the movie.
After the explosion.
And after the explosion. Alright, so number 5 for you. What was it?
Slender Man. Or the 40 minutes.
That movie must be very boring to watch.
The 40 minutes that I suffered through of Slender Man made it onto my worst list. Top 5. Congratulations, Slender Man.
Did you see the Slender Man at least?
Sony. Yes, I believe I did, but I shut it off shortly after. Congratulations, Sony. You fucked up again.
It didn't even
It's
fit.
a.
It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit with the Sony vibe,
It
because
doesn't fit in 2018 either. I'm sure
doesn't.
most people have pointed this out, but the hype for Slenderman kind of died.
Was there even a hype for it?
There was a craze about it on like creepypasta and 4chan and wonderful places like that, but yeah, it doesn't belong in 2018, and honestly, if it's a computer generated movie, for all I care. It's although the main actress Joey King, she's one of my favorite actresses now
for
making Wish Upon and Slenderman. I'm looking forward to anything she does next.
Great. She actually started out with a horror movie.
She did. Wish Upon?
Not Wish Upon. She was in the James Wan movie.
Oh, well, that's 3 for her now. Yeah, The Conjuring.
Okay. Conjuring, yeah. That's for sure. Okay, let's move on. I guess Slenderman doesn't really deserve to be talked about. My number 4 of the worst movie of the year is Robin fucking Hood.
Jesus, I forgot that existed.
Yeah.
And you watched it.
And I don't understand why nobody it doesn't deserve to not to be remembered. Everyone should know about this movie.
I heard it was amazing.
This is one of the best movies I've seen in 2018.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, I should have put it on my watch list.
This movie is so fucking incompetent and so fucking stupid in every single way that it's just hilarious to watch. This motherfucking the Australian guy who played in the Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
The guy keeps playing bad guys. He was even in Ready Player One, which is like.
Yeah.
So he plays every single bad guy that you can imagine.
Man getting stacks. Well, I can't blame him.
I hate the fact in the movie they don't use. Okay, so you have an era of Middle Ages. And they have these arrows that are like guns. That they
Don't they have modern clothes too?
Yeah, they even have fucking modern clothes.
So this is wouldn't they just make it a comedy then?
I don't know. And they had they were in a factory, in a coal factory, that looks like it's actually factory that was in the modern age. Like
factories didn't exist in the 1300s.
Yeah, well, it has, for some reason. And there's the main girl who plays. Sort of a love interest between him and the other guy. Okay, so they try to portray like they're like in the slums. You see the black faces from kids, guys working in the coal mine, and then they pan the camera into her.
Coal mines didn't exist in the 1300s. If I'm mistaken, then Jesus.
I didn't point that. I didn't remember that, but for some reason, they probably exist. I don't know. In the movie universe,
right.
The point is, she's like put like a makeup times 1,000. She looks pretty as hell around the people who are like dirty as fuck because they were in a coal mine, and it's just so taking you out of the movie. Oh yeah, they have like a Private Ryan scene in a movie in Robin Hood.
The shootout scene?
Yeah, the shootouts. I don't know how you can make during the Middle Ages a cop out.
Do they have the PTSD scene?
Something like that. I'm telling you, this movie is so bizarre. You're watching it and they have the fucking 50 Shades of Grey guy in it, which of course made the movie a lot better. Anyway, shitty movie. You're number 4.
Truth or Dare. Move on.
Number 3. Another masterpiece. It's called Death Wish. With Bruce Willis.
Oh, I keep thinking of Death Race. Alright.
No.
Okay.
Don't make that mistake. Death Race is another masterpiece that can be talked later. But Death Wish with Bruce Willis, this movie is one of the worst performances I've ever seen in my life. This guy cannot
Really?
fucking act. He lost acting. Didn't you know that the person who was in a Die Hard star, it's like a reverse. He stopped knowing how to act.
Mm-hmm.
That's I don't
The
know.
guy
If,
called Bruce Willis.
yeah, Bruce Willis cannot fucking act anymore. Sadly.
Wow. Unless it's Wes Anderson, I guess.
Yeah, but what kind of movie? Oh yeah, he
Moonrise
was
Kingdom.
Moonrise Kingdom.
Although I didn't like that movie very much.
Yeah, I liked it, but that was like 10 years ago. And
Yeah,
this guy
something like that.
is playing a doctor, and he's going on revenge because his wife got killed. And he not necessarily goes.
That explains quite a few movies. That describes quite a few movies, actually.
What?
Guy's wife gets killed. He goes on a revenge plot.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily a revenge plot because he
boy.
was not
Old
going.
boy is the same.
He was not
Oh.
going after the bad guys who killed his wife. He was just going randomly and killing like black people in the streets or
Huh?
Latinos. It goes
What?
bizarre. Yeah.
Wait, what?
He goes into a street because there's some guy selling dope in the streets. And he
What in
just
the
come up
fuck?
to him and just shoot him up.
Is that a story about Liam Neeson but portrayed in a movie? Did you hear about that fucking thing
About,
with Liam Neeson?
about his sort of racist comment, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was he thinking?
I guess he was thinking about his 3 worst movies of the year, which we are approaching.
All right. You number 3, motherfucker. What's yours?
My number 3
Yeah.
is a remake of one of the fucking coolest action movies the Earth has ever seen. I'm talking about The Predator.
Oh, that's low. How it goes below than Jurassic World
Oh yeah,
too? How? Why?
because it's worthless.
Is
It's
it-
completely. I want my time back, and it's total shite.
Is it worth to watch to see Olivia Munn naked?
She's not naked.
She said you said at one point that she had to get undressed.
Oh yeah, that's. Yeah, there was a scene where she was in the laboratory, and I mean, I guess it makes sense that to get into the laboratory, you have to take the shower where you.
Yeah, you need to go through the showers to.
Yeah,
to wash
but
off
it
the
felt like that
radiation.
was the only reason they had that in, bitch, so as to get her naked. But I don't know. And to answer your question, no, it's not worth it. It's a fucking travesty of concept because it's such a disaster because the original movie works on a premise of inescapable threat, right? It's an isolated location where it's a simple premise and it works incredibly well. The last 30 minutes have like no dialogue. It's amazing. And Arnold goes fucking animalistic on the fucking Predator. But in this one, they go into the city and what? It's just trash. And it has some of the worst comedy in it. I wish it didn't exist. Yeah.
Wow, shit. No wonder why it's failed in box office. Nobody wanted to watch this movie. I thought the movie looked cool.
Fuck you, Shane Black. I know you're watching this, listening to this.
Maybe he stopped learning how to write a movie?
I
He
guess
wrote
so.
the original movie though.
No, he just acted in it.
No, he wrote the original
Are you
movie.
sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Double check right now.
I know he plays someone.
He plays someone, but he also wrote it.
I'll be fucked if that's true. No, that's not true.
No, it's not. Maybe he.
Maybe he never knew how to write.
Maybe. Well, it says uncredited script contributor. He also directed written Monster Squad. This is the movie I was talking about that we should watch. And Lethal Weapons. Okay, it doesn't matter. The guy fucked it up. That's what you need to know. Yeah, all right. Okay, so
is it a dual source thing? Can you turn off my microphone? Can you like? Is there gonna be two audio tracks from your microphone and from mine?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can mute mine and keep yours, because I was just eating and you were talking.
Wait. They don't separate. I thought you were talking about if they record at the same time. I said yes. But
can you like mute mine?
I'm gonna. You know the way I edit you whenever you talk, because you always have these long pauses when you talk, and I have to edit between those two all the time. That was a disaster when I was doing the Star Wars thing. I had to edit all the fucking shit that you were pausing all the time. It was fucking a nightmare. You were like the worst one from everyone.
I'm not invited back.
Anyway, number 2. Let's go. Let's get on with it. Fuck you, Predator, and give me the beer behind you.
Well, okay, fucking motherfucker.
All right, number 2. I already told you this movie earlier. It's fucking Meg. Meg.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Number 2. Wow.
It's worse than Death Wish. Dumber than fucking Death Wish. But it only logic was if they did like in the Geostorm, like Jared Butler was a scientist.
Oh my god! Why the fuck didn't we do this last year? So we could talk about Geostorm.
If they had the same thing that Jason Statham was a scientist, I would fucking love this movie a lot more. But it doesn't. Jason Statham going after for a shark.
I do not believe you, and I want to watch it.
You know what? In a way, to make a shark movie, what you need to do is to make threat more serious. And what you do, you make the shark even larger, because a smaller shark is not that threatening.
Well, realistically speaking, I mean, in 2019, I don't think many people or kids or adults are particularly scared of sharks. I don't know.
I was always scared of sharks when I was a kid because of the shark movies. Sometimes when I was going and swimming in the sea, I was
fair enough. Maybe I think with the cultural impact of Jaws, I think the only feasible way of making a shark movie, because you're not gonna direct it in a better way or add more suspense to it, just make it bigger.
Just make it bigger, larger. Here's the question.
The size is a tightrope too, because you don't want to make it too big, otherwise it's a fucking joke and it's goofy.
You know what they did in the movie? They had one large shark, a big one. Mm-hmm. They killed it in the middle of the movie. And to make it more suspense, they had even larger shark, bigger than the bigger shark.
I'm fucking hard already for this movie.
This movie is a joke. I'm wondering if The Shallows is either better or worse.
It's worse.
Do you think so?
It's absolute trash.
At least it has a better Rotten Tomato score.
That does not matter. The Shallows is... The last 10 minutes of The Shallows are pretty good, I will say. Okay. The explosions.
How about the shark effect? Was it at least cool?
Oh yeah.
Was it more...
Peak 90s.
If this movie was released in the 90s...
It was transportive, I will say that. What's your number? Oh yeah.
Your number 2, motherfucker.
The Nut. AKA The Nun.
No way. I thought this movie was actually on your average, but this is...
Hell no. It is... The best part of the movie was when the church, and I think I told you about this, the church that the movie takes place in, we see flashbacks from World War II of like 5 years before, or 10 years maybe, at most.
Okay.
We see scenes of the church being bombed like 10 times
Okay.
by the Nazis.
Right.
Random church in Romania. And yeah, and 10 years later, it's in the same condition. You see like atomic bombs being, and I promise I'm not senile. I don't have a brain tumor, and I didn't imagine this. It actually happens in the movie.
A fucking atomic bomb?
Yeah. There's
in
like
fucking Romania?
World War II flashbacks of the church being bombed, and supposedly this woke up the evil that has been buried in this church.
Okay.
For centuries. So the Nazi evil deeds provoked the evil to come back.
Okay, so the whole movie is running about this nun.
Oh yeah, and there's also the rest of the movie surrounding this little clip, but I thought that was the best part.
I was almost about to watch this. We have a group chat in WhatsApp called The Nun, guys, because we were about to watch the movie and we never made it to get to the cinema. So we watched The Wishing Pond instead.
Crisis averted.
Crisis averted.
Oh, especially if you watched Wishing Pond.
Well, my question is, was it the right decision? What would be better to watch, The Nun or The Wishing Pond?
Oh, Wishing Pond for sure.
That seems more...
Yeah, please don't bother with The Nun.
Alright,
unless you hate yourself.
Alright,
I hate movies.
I don't know. I think
we have the same number one.
Yeah, you can see my fucking list.
No, I can't see without my glasses. I'm blind as a bat.
Okay, fine.
Do we want to say it at the same time?
Okay, sure. 3 and 1.
On 3.
Okay.
On 3.
Okay.
3,
2, 1.
Cloverfield Paradox.
Paradox, motherfucker.
I knew it.
Do you have anything to say about this motherfucking movie, man?
No, I think it broke me.
I honestly, when I watch something like Cloverfield Paradox, my question is, how did this movie even got made?
We were just talking about the epidemic of bad sci-fi.
Yeah.
There's no movie, in my opinion, that embodies this more than the Cloverfield Paradox. It is...
the movie...
Indescribable.
The movie was given to a student. He was a young guy who got... he was in a Time magazine or something like that. One of the biggest... one of the newcomers of directors. And he was in that list. And he got later a movie by a studio. And the movie was called, in the first place, God Particle.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he got a movie itself, but it was never given a release date because they keep postponing the movie. So the movie was in a shelf for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of gives you a good idea that the movie was in a terrible shape in day one. Especially when you have a movie called God Particle, because even for a movie name, it's terrible. Just put it in your pocket. You have a pocket right there. Just put it in there. Put the whole fucking thing in the pocket. Do you want me to do it for you?
No.
Put it in your pocket. Oh, see how hard it was that. Oh my god.
The God Particle. Yeah, and
the whole fucking movie didn't make any sense. What was their mission? What were they trying to do? They were trying to actually use teleportation to get another source of energy, to energize the Earth.
To get it from another dimension.
Uh-huh.
I am not an expert on the plot of Cloverfield Paradox. Here's my issue with it.
Okay.
I mean, I know it gets thrown around a lot. This phrase that a movie is like computer generated. Or like,
yeah.
In no case is it, I feel, more true than here, because it's literally a hodgepodge, and you take ideas of existing and successful sci-fi movies,
yeah,
like Interstellar with the dimension travel, I think Alien. It's just tons of movies, and you spend 90% of this movie, from what I remember, going like, oh, it's like from that movie. Oh, but this is like from that movie. Oh, this from like that other movie. It's just a collection of references, but as a movie itself, I do not remember a single fucking thing.
It seems like even the characters or the guy or the actors who were playing in the movie didn't know what they were doing.
They didn't know they were in the movie.
Like nobody knew. You remember? You probably forgot about this. Remember the fucking hand?
No, I remember.
That just for some reason was alive.
A portal opened, and then I think he stuck his hand in, and
Yeah.
it closed. And then we got a hand that was alive, and then he tried to like, there was like a joke that he had tried to masturbate with it or something.
And then we have a fucking
Maybe I'm
woman.
making shit up.
I don't think he tried to masturbate, but something happened with
Or
him.
some stupid joke.
He said something stupid. Yeah, he said something a stupid joke about the hand, and it was like this.
And what the fuck was happening on Earth too? They didn't show any of it.
What I understood from the Earth is that the energy is non-existent there, and they tried to find another source of energy, and they tried to use God particle just to energize the Earth. I guess some of the people who were doing this had some idea from the Dyson sphere, but that's another story.
Christ.
They fucked it up and they went to another dimension. Then they were flying to somewhere, to their own planet somewhere. Then there's a woman coming out. Nothing makes sense from the movie in the plot wise. You have nothing that makes sense at all. And that's what the Cloverfield was. Basically, it's one of the best examples of how a producer bought a movie and then made a profit by just releasing it on Netflix.
And furthermore, yes. And furthermore, it just shits on Cloverfield. Because I like the original Cloverfield. It's one of my favorite horror movies. I wouldn't say it's one of the best ones out there, but
it's a unique movie, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I was surprised how
it's
good...
in the top 3 or top 2 of the found footage movies for me.
Sure, because...
Not that I've seen too many, but I've seen a few.
Well, number 1 would be Blair Witch?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. No, as a movie, I was surprised how the Cloverfield movie was. Like, it's just was so engaging that you were liking the characters that you were with. And that's very rare in horror movies.
It spends a lot of time on the characters in the beginning, but it's so worth it, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And then we have the second movie, Cloverfield Lane, which I actually liked.
I liked it
John
too.
Goodman.
Except for the connection with Cloverfield.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the last shot of the movie was terrible.
Everyone's shit on that part of the movie at this point.
And there's a reason why. But yeah, with this movie, the worst of the year for sure. And the only positive of this movie is just it came out from Netflix and you just watch it from there. So positive.
Keep it coming, Netflix. Keep it coming.
Keep it coming.